Cambodian officials and tourism specialists have urged the government of South Korea to separate instances of crime by scam gangs and their associates from crimes against holidaymakers and tourists to Cambodia. This follows recent diplomatic pressure from Korean President Lee Jae-myung in the wake of the death of a South Korean man with links to a scam operation. The Korean Herald media outlet reported on October 12th that the president had called for officials to go all out in terms of diplomacy to safeguard South Koreans from crimes in Cambodia. The 22-year-old man's body was discovered in Kampot province in August after he reportedly traveled to Cambodia on the promise of a highly paid job. 3 Chinese men were in custody within 3 days of the discovery of his body. The report added that the South Korean Foreign Ministry was seeking the Cambodian government's cooperation to take additional measures to safeguard Korean nationals in Cambodia. According to the outlet, Seoul urged its citizens to postpone or cancel travel plans. Tellingly, they also warned South Koreans to be wary of fake job advertisements in Cambodia that promise unrealistically high salaries. They noted that some victims have fallen prey to abduction by scam gangs. Seem So-kang, president of the Korean Tourist Guide Association in Cambodia, told the Post that Cambodia poses no dangers for regular visitors, let alone Koreans, as the incidents that occurred involved people who had links to scam operations. He noted that this month he escorted South Korean tourists around the kingdom on a 10-day tour, and his guests had repeatedly told him that Cambodia is safe, although they acknowledged that they had heard about scams before they arrived. Those who fall victim are not those who come to visit. They might have applied online for illegal jobs and then got cheated or extorted for money in some way. For the last 10 days, I led a travel group, and they said there was nothing bad about Cambodia. They even shared their concerns with us before coming. Unfortunately, those who fell victim traveled here to meet with people they had been in contact with in line, not as regular tourists. We feel sorry that the Korean leadership did not differentiate between scam operations and tourism. Sok-sang urged the Korean leaderships to make more effort to educate their citizens to understand online scam tactics, including the promise of high-paying jobs and how to avoid becoming scam victims. He noted that it is a sad thing that they generalized the Cambodian situation this way. I have welcomed many Korean tourists. They are happy and said Cambodia is safe and secure. They didn't see any risk. There is a clear distinction between visiting for tourism and being lured by an online scam to find illegal jobs. Kim Pea, director of the International Relations Institute at the Royal Academy of Cambodia, agreed, suggesting that the Korean government should advise its people before they travel abroad to all countries and not single Cambodia out. All countries, including South Korea and Cambodia, should advise their citizens to be on high alert when traveling abroad to avoid falling victim to scams. The Korean leader's diplomatic pressure helps nothing. Instead, it makes the relationship between the two countries unhealthy. They should join hands to combat these crimes because they are borderless crimes. Only cooperation at the regional and international levels can prevent them. It is not just happening in Cambodia, he added. Pea urged Cambodian authorities to continue their commitment to combat these kinds of crimes, as scams, torture, kidnapping, and in some cases death affect Cambodia's reputation and tourism. And no one will be pleased to visit our country if we are not secure and peaceful. That's why we need to restore our reputation so we can welcome all visitors, he added. Tut So-kak, spokesperson for the Ministry of Interior, told the Post that cases involving online scams against South Korean nationals are not isolated, while some countries experience even more serious crimes than Cambodia. He believed the case of the Korean man's death should not be used to cause turmoil in Cambodia-South Korea relations, as it was the result of an intertwined criminal network. If these crimes affect our relations, then it presents an opportunity for international organized crime to flourish. Having said that, I don't mean that we reject their cooperation or diplomatic relations. We understand their feeling when their citizen is a victim. What we want is their understanding that Cambodia too was a victim of this crime. Cambodian people have also experienced danger in other countries due to online scams. What we should do is increase the advice we give people so they understand the tactics of online criminals, such as the lure of high-paying jobs in other countries. He noted that Cambodia welcomes international cooperation through all means, such as information sharing and technical support. According to Sokok, Cambodia has placed online scam alerts at all major international access points and has never provided shelter for such crimes.